I've been hunting for a workshop for a few months now without much luck, until now. A friend of mine has found me this amazing building, however there's one problem. It's pretty much derelict.
It's time to open up this door. Looks like it's been shut for a very long time. It's got the trusty angle grinder with a wood bit on.
The section of building on the left is over 110 years old and was originally used as the potting shed for the estate. The section of building on the right is roughly 15 years younger and is a stable block with this beautiful attic above.
It's nice and large and quite rotten. So it's got a big wet patch over there where the roof is leaking. There are holes in the floor. You can see daylight through the roof, and overall it's just barely a storage space at the moment and can't really be used for anything else because it is so decrepit. That's the attic cleared out. I'm hoping to have a nice sort of seating area at that end where I can sit and just sort of contemplate next projects and try and solve problems. It's hot work. This area is going to be tool storage, so I'm going to get this all cleared out and then start bringing back in bits and pieces that I want to keep. While rummaging through the goodies, I found this. It's a camping bed. It's going to come in handy if ever I have to spend a night here for some reason. This is a mountain of clothes which was meant to go to Calais when there was a refugee crisis there. But it never made it out there. I think it finished by the time it was going to go. So it's literally just been dumped here. Good news is though, these bikes, they are going to come in very handy for different inventions and different creations.
I tried to find a home for the mountain of clothes, but they were too rotten for anyone to take them.
This is going to be the workshop space, the main workshop space, and this is just sort of, I think it's about half of it. The other half is the other side of that wall, and that wall needs to go. I wasn't expecting there to be a step in the middle of the room. I'd assumed that, given the fact that this wall was installed, well, certainly wasn't original because the wall covers part of the window, I'd assumed that there would be just a level straight through. It's very rotten in places. This timber, especially over here, I think that is dry rot, where it's just gone really crumbly and it seems to have lost maybe 30% of its original mass.
If you have any ideas about workshop layout and any equipment you would include, please pop them in the comments below.
Let's have a look at that roof from the outside. This has got something called, I think it's olivine, and it's a sort of bitumen impregnated fibre, and it just sags over time unless it's well supported, which this isn't, and it's just deteriorated, so it's going to be replaced in keeping with the rest of the roof. Next job is this loft bit. Ideally I would have liked to have left it, but the timbers, they're suffering from dry rot, wet rot and woodworm, and really it's just not nice to have it there. The end of week 1, this is where I've got to. It is now cleared inside and out, and that skip over there, which is 20 cubic yards, is rammed. So to give some context, that's how much taller than me it is. It's absolutely massive. So first off, let's have a look in the office. This is now wood storage. All of this is rotten, it's got woodworm, and will ultimately be sorted, and probably most of it will be burnt for firewood. Then in the corner here, there is a fireplace. I've had a look outside and had a look in the roof void, and there is an old chimney stack there which has been taken down to roof level. Then this is the main space. Currently used just for storage of stuff. We have lots of nice wood there, 2 chairs. This one in particular is quite characterful. It's not something I choose personally, but I'm definitely going to reuse it. And look how many bikes were in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bikes in total. Those were reused. A couple of prams over there too with some excellent wheels on, and a rowing machine type contraption. I've got some plans for that. And then here is the main workshop space. This is amazing. So what we've got is a lovely, lovely space with an excellent fireplace. You can see through the wall. So it definitely needs some rebuilding there. Pointing is going, so that will be redone in lime. Then windows. These are really tricky. To try and find replacements, it's going to be a challenge, and they are really, really rotten and old. You can see here, it's just literally spongy. Can't really be reused, sadly. And similarly with this window, the lintel above that window is completely bent. I don't know whether that's just sort of a bend in the wood or whether it's rotten and then bent. So I'm going to do some investigating. Whatever happens, I'm going to put a strengthening upright in the middle there. And let's go and have a look up in the loft space. This is the space above the office, the mezzanine level. Not sure what I'll use it for. Potentially for storage of wood, because it'll be nice and dry and warm in here. Then here is the loft space, all cleared out. This is the view over the workshop.
Out of all the goodies I've kept, I have two favourites. The first is this hay rake, which is still pretty solid. I'll be restoring it back to its former glory. And the second is this ancient and very rusty wood plane, which I will have a go at restoring as well. There is also this mysterious cone-shaped object. It has a brass valve at one end and a brass spout at the other, with a rusty steel body in between. If you have any idea what it is, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching the first episode of the Pottering Shed series. In the next episode, I will be rebuilding the very wobbly chimney using traditional lime mortar.